Super excited to be here. So we're in the formal launch of Connected Media by United Airlines. So it's the world's first traveller media network of scale. So we flew 165 million people in 2023. We've got in excess of 100 million unique IDs. So we've got scale, quality of audiences, all verified. And then we have the omni-channel play across all the screens, from .com to app. The big thing will be the IFE, the in-flight entertainment screen, and that we think will become the world's probably most addressable TV screen. So off to the races, which is exciting.
So from an advertiser's point of view, what's the offer? What's the pitch?
The pitch is premium audiences at scale, North America to start with. But I think the most important thing is the omni-channel perspective. So we can do sequential marketing across all our channels and off-platform as well. And I think the big thing where we can also play and differentiate within the sort of commerce media space is the point of playing in brand and the performance end as well. We're not just down to performance because we have the video aspect of TV screens in lounges and in the planes, and gate information displays in a lot of the airports as well. So I think that's the key differentiator.
So the brand play, I guess, is obvious. Tell us about the performance element.
Well, I think down to the aspect of attribution, we have a major relationship with Chase as well. So certain aspects, and also Visa. So there's a play in terms of that whole data aspect as well on the performance side of life.
So you've got a data platform that underpins the offer.
Yep.
Tell us a bit about what kind of addressable segments you can offer. What is that data?
Well, there's obvious, I think what's, actually just to take a step back from that, what's great in terms of our launch partners, we've started, yes, we're an airline, so we can play very aggressively in the travel space, but actually we've gone wider in terms of luxury, auto, finance. So that's important to kind of have that expansive non-endemic play, which is really, really good. We've got partners with LiveRamp, so we can activate through that channel. But we can play, yes, there's a destination play in terms of we know where people are going from and to. There's also play in terms of the segments, so front of the plane versus back of the plane. And we've already activated with the Bottega Veneta, also McCallum, where we're targeting front of the plane only. So they're two great examples of the depth of segmentation we can go to. But what we also found out is the kind of household income level and the premium nature of that audience is pretty phenomenal. So I think that gives us that expansion across those other verticals, which seem very attractive to the advertiser base.
So how do you think this is going to fit into the media mix? Is this a companion to CTV? Is it closer to an online video play? Where do you think the budgets are going to come from?
We're just finding out, frankly, but we've definitely, based on our launch partners, we've tapped into kind of brand and pure media play. I think the shopping aspect is an open play for sure at this stage. So that's where we've started. But I think as we're building out the use cases, we'll get that expansive growth across, and really based on the scale of our audiences.
Now, back to the data piece.
Yep.
Obviously, you have a lot of interesting data about
Yep.
your customers,
Yep.
about flyers and so on and so forth. What kind of segments do you envisage buyers will be interested in?
Well, I think it's interesting. So there's some emerging use cases now with, say, a rideshare company. Rideshare company, their most profitable routes are home to airport, airport to hotel, and back again. They don't know when people are flying, we do. So that becomes really interesting in terms of that subset. Then there's event-based companies. And it was an interesting scenario last year. We all hear about the Taylor Swift moment. We generated a lot of money on the back of airline tickets last year, and that sort of popped up another use case around events by destination. They know how many seats are available in Las Vegas. We're flying a bunch of people to Las Vegas, and how can we then activate on the fly with QR codes and all the rest of it? So there's two use cases just off the bat, which is based on destination and audience-based data.
So how are agencies and advertisers responding to the announcement of the new offer?
Well, it's great that we can now talk about it live here, but the response has been really great. I think because everyone's got great data in this big shift to first party, but I think no one's opened this whole sector up in terms of an airline at scale. And the unique aspect of the dwell time in a plane. And we've got, it's on average, about 3.5 hours of dwell time in the plane. And it's not just in the plane, it's roughly about 6 hours pre, during and post. So that access to that point in time from an agency is really, really good.